There are three objectives for the UNICEF StartupLab. The first is to accelerate businesses, to see those businesses thrive, because they are impactful and they will have an impact on children. The second objective is really to see some of the products begin to make a difference within Ghana and beyond. We want to see those kinds of products emerge from the lab more often and with greater effect. The third area is to really capitalize on our startup base. We now have over 55 graduates from the UNICEF StartupLab. These are fantastic resource people. These are people who are already aware of the children's rights agenda and its link to the business community. We want to use their expertise and their knowledge and their goodwill to engage on different challenges, to keep them with us, to be able to examine and understand, and beyond that, help to address some of the more difficult development challenges that Ghana has. We started the first cohort right here in this room. We developed a 6-month curriculum, which would be focused mainly on the needs of the startups themselves. So, they covered core pathways. Essentially, the mastery of the program was down to the startups and their needs. Some of them were already selling in some areas and others had more to gain. In the first group of companies, those companies who are doing well and who are making an impact as their business advances, this includes companies like Aquafresh, for example, a company which is providing refrigeration solutions which are there to assist small businesses, small farmers who need to get their product to marketplace.
Auntie Mary is a 56-year-old farmer, and she's having several challenges with regards to getting access to market right after harvesting her crops. That is why our solutions like our solar-powered cold storage preservation technology is helping her to be able to preserve her fresh farm produce from 5 days to 21 days. This is not just helping her reduce post-harvest losses, it is giving her access to have enough time to sell crops at competitive prices. We are also helping her reduce post-harvest losses, which is contributing to climate change.
Aquafresh for buy. Me kwati ntosi na bitimu de ko ekosie won ho. Entimu si wona awotwe me ensa. Ansa na makoton. Me ko dwaase na me ne wo modibuo no. Se me maba me ensa sua adwuma. Me enu susu ko school. Enti se mama ye free. Me ho ato me.
One figure is another example where through the use of drones and detailed data analysis, farmers can get assistance to maximize their crop yields. This of course has an impact on the income for the family. It also helps children stay in school. There is also a company called Lozili, which is a social impact business that provides alternative pathways for young women, predominantly coming from the north of Ghana, who may end up as headquarters in capital city Accra or in Kumasi or other high-density cities.
So mara zer kai man sinta ga alayin mabo lawo zil bono po 5 years mona mam ya de mara me ya zamha lawo zil song la an fame da ba song mal mayat mata ba la ka ambala de sukula wa akala la in fame bot mat kala wa san awabe biya ne king school mata an ya free chance yang tona toma.
Dex Technologies, which is the producer of a science kit in a small box. This is a very low-cost but highly impactful science kit, which is usable in a classroom setting or outside of it.
There's nothing as satisfying as seeing your children learning with interest. With the introduction of the science kit, the children come into the class with so much interest, with so much happiness that it makes it easy for them to understand the topics the teachers teach. It makes the learning sustainable.
At first, when we were using the books, it was boring. When they are teaching with the science sets, it becomes easy. But when they are not teaching with the science sets, sometimes learning becomes harder. When I'm using the science sets, it's very interesting and easy to know science. I become happy and also science becomes easy and interesting. I feel like a scientist.
One of the unique things about the Startup Lab has been the willingness and engagement of the startups around the creation of digital public goods. These are digital products which are made available worldwide for anyone to adopt. They're open source, they are free to download, and they're also free to work on and build. Governments across the world can use them, businesses across the world can use them. And our Startup Lab is actually the most productive unit across the world at producing digital public goods currently. What I really find remarkable is the level of engagement that businesses have with the communities where they come from, the communities in which they work, that they want to make a difference and that they can make a difference in some way. This is a power that maybe businesses in Ghana have compared to anywhere else in the world. And I feel very privileged to be part of that, to be able to enhance or enable it.